Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update on what we had going on here. I've got my reservoir in. It's not mounted all the way. I had big plans for the fill port up here. As you can see, I actually bought this Power fill port, and I made the mistake of assuming that this end was going to screw into this end, and it's actually made to have an adapter go between it, so I doubt I'm going to end up using this, just because I think this will work just as good with the extender on it up with the cap. It's pretty flush, pretty nice. Got the bottom on, and then with this guy here I plan on putting in this Monsoon silver bullet to keep all that gunk out of my water. So hopefully this works really well and doesn't slow down the flow too much, being placed right up above that port coming out of the bottom of the res. Next up, I wanted to mount my fans so I didn't have them sloshing around in there, and I drilled out the holes. I was hoping I would be able to run bolts up through the fan and into the radiator to hold it all together as one unit, but I measured my fan spacing a little bit too well. This is pretty well. I tried to get them back in the exact same spot, and the radiator will not line up with these because of this indent right here. It hits it, so they're going to be a little off. But I would rather have my fans lined up to my grates to get good airflow, and the radiator will just sit on top of it. But as you'll see in a minute, the radiator is going to be in there plenty tight as it is. One other thing I've done, I bought these little nylon spacers at Lowe's. They were like 59 cents for 2 of them, just to help hold the fan up. I've actually got a package right here. I'm sure you can get these at Home Depot as well. It's just a nylon spacer. The Hillman part number is an 880427, and they come 2 to a pack. But I wanted to get my fans as flush as I could, and as you can see, I've got these indents here to contend with. If you didn't have something, this fan would be setting up higher, and then over here this one would set on it, but then it would tilt down because that indent's not over here to hold that one up. So let's see if I can do this here. This basically just gives the fan something really nice to set on, and it'll be nice and flush, and then I'll bolt them down. I'm gonna have to go buy me some smaller bolts so I can bolt it down. But that will be that. I've got my radiator put together here, got her all flushed out and ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna have an in and an out, and then this here is going to be a drain, and this is one tight fit with this radiator, I'm telling you right now. Once you get this 90 on here, it is exactly 2 feet long, and that is what the inside of the case is. So this will basically, this end right here will be setting towards the back of the case. The 90's pointing down towards this hole that's already cut in the case, and the sound foam actually makes it a really tight fit. It will fit, but you have to push it in. There's actually a little indent right here. I don't know if you can see that or not from where I had it pushed in, and I mean, it's crushed all the foam. I can feel the metal there, but it still fits. It's pretty tight, but it's not so tight that it's Feels like it's going to break something, but once that's in there, that radiator does not move. So from here, that 90 is going to go down through the case, and then this is actually, let's get this up here in the light where you can see it. This is the mount that sits on the outside of the case that this part sits on. So basically, got to go in the wrong way here. So basically this sits directly underneath it, just like that, and then the case sits on top of it. So I dremeled out a channel out of it to run my tubing. Try to get a better lighting here. So what I did was bought a quick disconnect, and I made sure that I dremeled out just enough to get that in there so that the front part could not travel back out or be pushed back in, I guess, because it takes quite a bit of force to hook these up, and I didn't want to get this all put back together and then go to drain it and go to hook up my quick disconnect and push this fitting back into the case and then have to tear it apart to get it back out. So I might try to figure something else out to kind of reinforce that, so that you know, there's no possible way for it to move back out. So there'll be a piece of tubing that travels back up into here, up through this hole into the 90, and if all goes well, it'll work like a charm. So that's where we're at right now. We'll get some shorter bolts, start putting this thing together, and I'll make another video when I'm a little bit further down the road. Catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.